Hi folks, I'm here with another video. Today's video has to do with surviving the winter in Canada. I made a short video explaining the survival tools that were needed to carry out with this winter here in Canada. Just in case we have storms here and there, electricity cut off, we have something that we can use meanwhile we're waiting for electricity to restore. So these are the things that we have to be prepared with and for the emergency. So I made a short video with the tools, and I was explaining the winter season and what took place during that time. Yes, and the several winter storms that we have over the years while I've lived in Canada here for over 52 years. So I just felt the need, folks, to share it with you for those who want to come for a visit. And I especially put out a suggestion to Collis Smith because I realize that he's anxious to travel and he's going to England, and then his next trip may be Canada. But I'm just saying to you, Collis, please do not come in the winter time, because I know you don't seem to have any fear of anything. You're a brave person, but the winter is not something to play with here, especially in January. In January and February, those are the two coldest months. So we in Canada usually find a warm place to run off to if we can afford it or if we are able to, because maybe we are working and can't get off. But thank God I'm retired and I can go if I want to. But sometimes I just choose to stay here and battle out the cold. So today's video is all about that. It's a little bit of caution. I'm sending out a little bit of caution to those who want to visit. If you have to visit, I don't know if you have to do it, maybe emergency visit, if a family member is sick or whatever it may be. But it's for leisure and pleasure time. Winter in Canada is not the time. It's not the time for that. It's very cold, and the roads are slippery, and all kind of accidents on the road sometimes because of the ice that lay down there. Even though the roads are salted, because the weather is so cold, the salt do not get to melt the ice to loose it up to make it even easier to drive. So it's not very safe, even on the roads, to drive after the snow, because the weather warm up, the snow melts, it gets cold again, and it turns into ice. So it's always unpredictable to drive on the road, especially drivers that are not used to driving in the winter. And again, we have to put snow tires on so that the car will sit on the road. Even 18-wheeler trucks and large vehicles are running off the road because the tires will not hold on the ice. So those are the kind of things that we have to put up over here with, folks. So as I said, try not to travel in the wintertime here because it's not safe. So many people have troubles on the road, especially transport trucks that have to come out. They have no choice sometimes but to try and beat the bad weather to deliver their goods to the different department stores and grocery stores and all that. It's a rough time for them in the winter time. And even the States is feeling the pinch now with the weather change, and the snow is getting quite heavy over there now. And they're getting the winter seem to be just like Canada. And they usually say, for example, oh, the winter, the snow is coming from Canada. We don't know if it's coming from Canada because sometimes they have it and we don't have it. So how could it be coming from Canada? But anyway, folks, I'm just sending out this little warning here. And especially I want to send out a special warning to the farm workers, the ones that come up to Canada. Please do not run off in this cold weather. Do not run off. I'm not encouraging anybody to run off, but if you do decide to do it, you're taking your chances. You're taking your life in your hand, because who in their normal sense would want to run off in this cold weather? Run off to go where? Everybody don't have place to put you up, and you end up stuck in all places that you really don't want to be. So it is safer to stay in a warm place until your time come up for you to go back to return. You do your contract time and you return to your warm home in Jamaica. Because it's not safe here. You have to put up with all kind of stuff out there when you do run off. The grass is not greener on the other side. So if you're there with your employer and he's providing a shelter for you, you're getting a little money to send some home and save some. Where are you running? Why you want to run off? Run off to look for what? To look for trouble. That's probably what some of you gonna get when you run off. It's trouble because the people out there are not so nice. They use you and abuse you, find employment for you, and then they pocket the money. They give you a little change that they feel like giving you. So that's not safe at all. You're not better off by doing that. You're better off staying with your employer. Stay with your employer, and when your time is up, you go back to where you live, in Jamaica. You see? So people have to be wise and know when to gamble and when not to gamble. You can't gamble with your life like that, especially in the cold weather here in Canada. So, maybe the farm working is not for everyone, but the ones that do come, some have made the best of it, save their money, and they go back home and continue with their life. I know my uncles usually go to farm work, and I never hear them complain. I think one went, and he went several times, and I never hear him complain about working condition and everything and want to run off. He didn't run off. He came back, went back to Jamaica, and he eventually went to the States because one of his brothers sponsored him up there. And he was grateful for the opportunity to go out to Canada and farm working. So be blessed, folks, and the video is after this. I didn't talk too much in there, so you can watch it and see what I'm saying. And my survival tools are in the video just after this one. So subscribe, share, and give it a thumbs up. And put your notification bell on, folks, so you will not miss the next video. Stay blessed.